Bro, all you have to do is look at this, the draft, like the bans, and this is going to be a complete Cav fiesta. I mean, if I look at it now, so we've got a Phalanx ban. Madao isn't banned, but the problem with Madao is it's very team dependent. Madao is a much harder anti-cavalry unit to use. It doesn't seem like it. Like you think Phalanx has all these extra buttons, like you brace, you can advance forward and backwards, like all this, and Madao literally just has a brace.
Mm-hmm.
Madao is a way harder anti-cavalry unit to use than Phalanx, 100%.
Yeah.
You have the formations are way more compact. You have less models, and you don't have a long pointy stick, right? You literally have the weapon is as long as their own body. So you have to play in a very specific way to get value out of Madaos. You have to play very stacked. You have to play almost like you can't play around any other unit. If you're going to commit to Madaos against Cav, you have to play around the Madaos, which is very difficult because, as I said, there's not a lot of models. They're very compact. Whereas Phalanx, you can just leave one unit there and it can completely lock off an entire side. And even against other DPS infantry that are supposed to counter it, it survives for so long that it's such an oppressive unit.
Mm-hmm.
But Madao are open, but with Companion saved and Yanyadao saved, yeah, I think that we're gonna see a complete Cav fiesta. And honestly, when it's a Cav fiesta, it kind of takes a lot of things that could dictate like skill out of the question. I think yes, there is skill involved with Cav, but it's very coin flip, to be honest. And so I could not even call this game because
it's funny, right? When you get a mass Sally, it's like there is skill in one player, but once there's like 15 players just charging Cav against each other, you don't see that skill anymore, right? It's just
I mean, it's a lot reliant on the team. Like you will have teams that have specific anti-Sally strats, like you saw on on Kurak with Yeah Buddy versus Copium. They had they're blobbing up and going to ladders to get on the wall, right? And they countered the Sally. Like if you have a good counter anti-Sally strat, then it could be different. But a lot of the time, even when you have an anti-Sally strat, it just goes to shit so fast. Especially Companion Cab is the main problem. Like this is why this unit's getting banned a lot all the time and why they've saved it. This unit is a purple unit. It costs 180 something leadership with a leadership doctrine on, and it's so fast. It deals so much damage. It can one-shot even heavy armor heroes in purple sets, and on spam, it's nigh on unstoppable, especially when Phalanx are banned. So this is such an oppressive unit, and the fact that they've saved it means they're going to spam it. Yeah, I think this is going to be a very coin flippy game. That's just my opinion, though. Could be proven wrong. Maybe it's a big elaborate bait.
Any Sally enjoyers in the chat?
That's funny.
Nah, it takes all the fun.
For sure, all of the NA guys. I would hope for them at least. Like I do, like looking at Zodiacs, right? They're a team that finished second in CBL for the America side. Most of the guys coming from team NSNS with two nicest team captain, and they got a lot of like well-known names in the NA scene. You got Mr. Billy, Xeris, Stannis, you got Watson as well, Gargadabo. Like there's so many guys that the guys from NA will know. But they've just been struggling to find their level, I think, because I was really expecting Zodiacs to be contesting for the top 3 with Rough Justice, Wise Serious, and also Buddy, of course. I just didn't expect Get Beta to be in the top 4 right now and have Zodiacs sitting at the bottom. Like they're currently sitting at 6th place. But looking at their schedule, they play Hyperborea today. We're sitting at last place, so if Zodiacs win that, then they get a push or kick match, who is currently maybe in terms of points like equal to them, but push or kick just losing to Copium and Fate, of course. And then Zodiacs play against let me find out Copium and Fate in the last round as well. So it feels like Zodiacs to me kind of has a weird schedule where they had to play all the good teams in the first 3 rounds, and now they get to play the easier teams on paper, right? So maybe they can still make a jump. Like if they gain like 9 points, they can suddenly be sitting at 3rd or 4th place at the end of the season, I feel like.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, good point. However, I want Hyperborea to win.
Tell me why, though.
I mean, it's Russians, man. You know. Do you need a reason?
Yeah, I do. I need more than just Destination here. Like, okay, so Hyperborea was a team that used to be a lot of guys from Rose, right? Who were joining in season 0 and season 1 as well. And back then they were pretty consistent, but also they were also struggling to stay in the first division as well. So they're definitely got a lot of experienced players, but they're struggling, right?
Yeah, looking at it, to be honest, I think this Hyperborea team is basically kind of a revamp of a lot of players that didn't really take part in any kind of too much of a competition, and right now they're kind of trying to rebuild and do something with this team. I know WSS has been screaming them a lot since the Androl is kind of into the community. He's into the Russian community, right? So we kind of got to see their development. They're still at the start of the development as a team, so it's hard to judge them right now. I think this season for them is basically just a startup. But for the NA team, is a bunch of players that already have a lot of experience before,
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
Even though in my eyes, I don't see them really going too far in any kind of tournaments, just because of the way that the NA teams tend to develop. Most of the times they turn up to do something good, but they're not really consistent. Maybe just because of the fact that they cannot really scream a lot, right?
Yeah.
They don't really have a very good schedule to scream. So yeah. And yeah, like you were saying, they already won most of the strong teams, right? So they have like a way to turn up into the top 3 at the end of the season. But yeah, it's I don't know. Maybe I'm just too biased against NA teams from my experience.
Could be. You more than an A is what we've seen in CBR, right? So
Yeah, most of the time.
it's alright. No, but it's interesting to see, and I agree with you. Like, looking at Hyperborea, they are definitely looking to improve throughout the season. A lot of like just a new team basically, and they need more games clearly to get their points to stay in the league, and they have a rough schedule for next 2 weeks as well.
Mhm.
So they really need their points today against Zodiacs, I think, and because next week they play against Get Baited, and then in the last round they play against Copium and Fate. So on paper they definitely do have a chance to still get some points, but they need to really improve their game, and I would love for them to do so, and bring us an exciting match. But these two teams are definitely some of the teams that are less predictable right now for making it into next season's first division.
I'm the opposite of Ruffle, man. I like NA. I wish that I want them to do well, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
So I mean, I don't really have a problem with any team. So,
No.
but I mean, yeah, I like this like strategy they've adopted of like saving companion cav, playing a lot of companion, and I know other people don't like this way of playing, but I mean, it's a way of playing at the end of the day, and it's always entertaining to watch. Like whether you like it or not, or whether you're on the receiving end of it and you don't like it being played against you, at the end of the day, it's always fun to watch.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
a Sally. So I mean, I'm looking forward to the game. I wish them the best. So.
Yeah, well, you got good timing, Petbock. Here we go. Countdown. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see. Are we gonna get a Sally? Yes or no? Let us know in chat. Make a good prediction. And we'll find out. I'm starting to see Kev, but of course, this is my mind just wanting to see Kev. But I do think that Zodiacs is one of the teams that's maybe more patient coming from an A. Generally, we've had teams that are way more aggressive with the Sallies and everything.
Yep, we see
As you can see already, a lot of cavalry on the side
Yep.
of NA. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not as much as I thought, to be honest. I
No,
thought
Yeah, I
there
was
would
gonna
be more.
say.
But
same.
yeah.
Also,
It's
they've.
like almost all players having one, but not
Yeah.
overly many.
We see a lot of impikes, which I'm kind of, I guess, because of the bans.
Yeah, phalanx ban, right?
Yeah, triple Zicalian on the attackers, and then with Hyperborea, and we off 4 even. Oh no, 3. It's 4 Zicalian on the side of Hyperborea. Surprising to see that many, and then both sides bringing the cannons, of course. We got 2 cannons on Hyperborea and 1, I think, only on. Oh no, 2 as well on the side of.
We don't see any
Zodiacs.
blue halberdiers, which is a bit surprising to me, to be honest. Thinking that most of the cav is open, and you only have Modawos, and you're betting, I guess, on the IPG to actually do the work, but I don't think they're gonna help that much. We'll see what will happen, to be honest, because it's gonna be a pretty hectic game, and this cannon at the start for Zodiacs is gonna be, I guess, the key for them to actually get the first trade and resupply with cav. So I don't think they're gonna be able to actually utilize any special unit on the resupplies, right? So the initial team fight is gonna be the one that decides a lot of stuff. All is gonna decide all the fights in these games right now. Yeah, no Sally from what it looks like. I was expecting, to be honest, a Sally from the bands, but I guess like you were saying, Zodiacs are a bit more patient for any team, so no no Sally happening.
Nope.
HBR trying to climb up for those cannons, I guess. I don't think it's needed to do this stuff right now because you're.
Ooh, yeah, they may even give up the life a little bit here. Ooh, that's a quick kill
Yeah,
there.
this is a bad idea. I don't know why did they try to do this stuff at the beginning. Trading one respawn is very bad for the attackers, just because you're just putting yourself on a bigger timer, which is not needed for a point. Whereas very important for the attackers to have the better respawn timer.
Yeah. And Kibi, who just now died, he also has cap, so he's one of those players that if he has just a few more seconds faster to respawn, right, he can come in back
that
with
could be
cap. That's pretty
crucial.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the Zodiacs have cannons out right now?
Yes, Zodiac's supposed to have. I saw them on the first.
They have them in the gate, right? They're
are
gonna
they
try and
opening?
deny. Okay, no, I doubt they will now. No. The ram isn't even being pushed. I can't imagine they would open now.
Yeah, the ram is still so far away though. I didn't notice that they even pushed it at all at the start.
Yeah, I mean, this is something common you will see. I mean, they want a tower or two up first so they can get wall control before they start pushing ram, because they don't want. They want to have some pressure on the map.
Oh, you see the cannons for Hyperborea shooting the gate as well. I guess
Here
they
we
don't.
go.
They
Another
gave up
pick
on
here.
the.
Oof, Kibi.
That's a second death for Kibi. That's an
Second, that's
incredibly
so bad.
detrimental int for him.
He's trying to redeem himself perhaps, but it doesn't work out that well.
Looks like the ram is not needed and just gonna open the gate with the cannons from the resupply.
For real? Oh, yep.
Yep, the
Yeah.
cannons have a very long range, so they can do this with the cannons instead of trying to push the ram. And
This is when Zodiacs need to open the gate now. And
guess-
they have
need
done.
to-
This
Guess
is
we
very
need
smart.
to. Ooh, that's nice. Alright, this is something we've not seen before.
Well, what you'll have now is, I mean, you see HBR still aren't pushing the ram,
annoying, yeah.
so
Yeah.
in all honesty, I mean, Zodiacs, if they have the position, they can keep it, but if they're taking unnecessary poke, they don't even need to be there, in all honesty. They can literally sit left and right of the gate. They see ram starting to get pushed, they set up again. And, but it looks like HBR is going to fully commit to this this cannon strat, firing into the gate.
Yeah, this is eating a lot of time.
They're also
from
fighting on the
HP.
wall
Another
though. A lot of
fight,
push here.
yeah.
Got a little deathmatch here, yeah.
That's a good punish.
Commissar getting picked up over there.
Easy pick.
Yeah, but again, this is gonna take a lot of time from HBR to actually push this gate. They are committing very hard for it.
Yeah.
Looks like Zodiacs
They are
close the
winning it, yeah.
gate. Close the
line crew
gate.
Maybe
and-
out of ammo and also losing two, so yeah, gate breach.
Yeah, the gate is being breached. They didn't really need to close the gate over there. They could have just waited for HBR to come closer, and they could have used their cannons again, right? So I think it was a bad idea for Zodiacs to close the gate over there.
They got
They were in
double
the
cannons
advantage.
now out for Hyperborea. That's insane.
I think they're gonna just
They do?
switch
No,
them.
no, they're switching. Yeah.
They're supposed to switch this off. They're taking the position on the bridge. I think they're going for the supply push into the back.
Ram
But-
still hasn't been pushed. They have no gate control, so this is
Oh no,
a
the
very,
gate is open. Gate
Gate-
destroyed.
Gate destroyed? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
they destroyed it with the cannons. Oh, okay, well played then.
This
Hyperborea
trap is trying to hit the
significantly
units
has
in the back
more
here.
5-star units, but you know, when you look at the 4-star units, Zodiacs have like too much advantage, like 453 to 717. Like they have the advantage in terms of 4-star units.
Alright,
On the other
HBR
hand-
is taking the back supply, and you can see the cannons and the queens still linger around the A point, right?
Mhm.
So they
What
are
do-
waiting for that flank in the back.
Yeah, so
The setups are very different.
looking at the infantry, guys, we have for Hyperborea we have Iron Reapers with Cylindars, looks like, and on the side of Zodiacs it's also Reapers and Cylindars, but also Modao and one Impike. So very similar setup, I think, this time around. We got one unit of Paladins as
HBR's
well.
going to be a bit quite static.
Mhm.
Like they have cannons, they have Modaus. This promotes very static gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Zodiacs have a lot of DPS inf. They have Reapers, Cylindars, also a Coco as well. This is one of the most mobile specials in the game. So
Looks like
it's,
HBR is going for the double cannons.
yeah, I think HBR just wants to take space, set up, and wait. Whereas Zodiacs can play a lot more mobile with their setup. So I think
They're
it
just
looks like they're
being
giving
allowed.
They're
the
taking
supply.
everything now. That's interesting.
That's, I guess, interesting idea. They're betting on the defense on this big blob.
Another punishment. What?
Dartsy getting a kill on Sendrix.
Zedrish, yeah, getting taken down.
Odoben is in trouble. Now he's trying to get away from the musket. I think he will get away. I think he will be safe. Yeah. He jumped now. Right now.
Okay, we're gonna see the push now. We don't see any changes I see from HBR. They're just trying to check out where the defense is actually happening from Zodiacs. Zodiacs is being very patient with this defense. I guess they're waiting for HBR to set up and they're gonna try to push.
Ooh, this trap
They're
made a
gonna
good
trying to
dog.
push them
Ooh,
from
look
two
at
sides.
this
This
could be
trap
a
is
very good trap.
look at this trap on the right side over here. It's straight on the cannons. And they hitting the cannons. Oh no, the
Whoa,
cannons has
so
been
the cannons
destroyed,
are
so
quite engaging
delayed.
though.
And look at the cav in the back, straight into the cocos. Okay, the IPG
And one
walked.
side's completely wiped.
Now let's turn around to the point. They have to turn around to the point HBR right now.
Bro, Zodiacs is still trying to fight in the main gate, like instead of
Stick
turning to the main
the
gate.
cannons being dove over there, so the special units from Zodiacs has been already neutralized. But looks like the infantry fight is won by Zodiacs at this moment. They're pushing into the setup of HBR on the left side over there. The cannons from HBR are still alive. They're supposed to be shooting this right now. Okay.
Both sides losing 5 heroes. Actually,
Yanidao could do big work here from HBR.
HBR still has the supply. They pull one unit of cav. They pull one unit of. Is that Hussar? What the
Yes.
hell? Okay, we're gonna see the Hussar straight onto this side of the map, into this alleyway. I think they're gonna get a bit
Now
of
they're
value out
respawning
of this
for the
Hussar.
main gate. Maybe they can try to overpower the main gate.
Here
but
comes the
it's held
companion.
by-
This is why this unit's so good in the meta right now. It's so
They
fast.
can't push the main gate. Main gate is held by a Modao already.
They should have just go through this Modaos with queens. Yeah, the gate is not gonna last.
Yeah.
Supply still blocked.
But I
And
think
now
they
it's
can
getting capped.
assist the main gate. Oh no.
Yeah,
it's
but
too
look
late.
at the amount of cav from Zodiacs.
still-
They
yeah,
will
still
be
supply
able to
block.
clean this up.
Now they're coming from the supply with the cav as well. Like cav to cav. This will be interesting.
Yeah, this amount of cav is gonna be detrimental to this situation right now, because Zodiacs can still clean this up. They just have to commit right now, because there's a
amount-
lot of cav that's just waiting.
But the amount of companion cav is still wiping all those units and heroes from Zodiac.
Trailyba's doing a good job though, holding off all the guys kind of trying to come into the
7
center.
heroes, 6 heroes alive on Zodiac's side now. That's the power of the companion cav. It's starting to just completely clean people up.
Yeah,
There's
the
RPG
infantry from Zodiac is coming. They're committing to the point right now.
Oh yeah, but it's
They're committing with the Siladars and
not anti-cav mode.
Nomusha. Yeah, Siladars and Onomusha. Siladars are doing a decent job against Cav, but not good enough, right, in the situation. But the problem is that most of the commitment from HBR has already been done, right? The Cav has already been used, and Zodiac's already coming with more reinforcements.
Yeah, Zodiac's having more cav right now. They're just coming in. There's one unit of Modao, but it's full. Slay's Modao still full. That's critical.
Oh, cannons in the gate for HBR. Maybe this will be a good
Yeah,
opportunity for HBR to clap them on the point right
I
now.
think they're already getting dove.
The muskets are already throwing on the cannons. That's a good job for them. The Modaos have taken this position over here against the companions. It's okay, right? So,
TV and Slay with the Modao can now definitely take the space here.
yeah. But
So
Zodiac's
far,
already
Zodiacs
switching
is-
to infantry.
They have time still. They can block it. If they can block it, the infantry from Zodiacs is coming as well.
They have to play really well with those cannons in the gate. from HBR. They need to block all the sides. They should not funnel on the point just because the IPG will whack everything, right? We will see the IPG being very big over here with the Siladars.
He's advancing,
Oh,
and
it's
Queen's Knight coming as well.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can see
Queen's
the
Knight, Queen's
IPG
Knight.
with the Siladars clapping the point, clapping those Modawas on the point, so Modawas can't do anything about it. The cannons are being dove inside the gate, so yeah.
Giant are coming, maybe they can try something.
Yes, at this point there's just too many models from Zodiacs for the Cav to be useful. This trap, if Zodiac is still committing on this, could be maybe useful, killing those Cocos, but I think the game is kind of... It's a very hard position for HBR to retake right now.
Yeah, it's a little less than 3 minutes left as well, so they still gotta push in them. But not probably with a full set of units anymore. Mtroid got no units left. We got also Cortico without the units. Slay's only got his Cav left.
The important part for HBR right now is do they have any more Cocos or any more special units? Because they already lost two sets of cannons.
Tony still
Three
got
sets of cannons,
Zekalian,
actually.
and they also have Berserker mode with his Zekalian as well, but he's got him in reserve.
I see, okay. We can see from Zodiacs, they have cannons on Zendrix.
Gargadoboro with his Zekalian throw, pretty big in the gate. Delaying.
Yeah, big play on the Cocos, but they die with the heroes, which is not...
Here comes the cannon though, here comes the cannon. Ceteris cannons, they're trying to dive them. Hyperborea and Mtroid sitting on it. Slay as well, coming in with huge gap flank there.
Oh.
But
Ooh,
I think
big
the front line
flank,
though...
actually.
Ooh, are they still holding inside the gate?
Yeah, front line is
Zodiacs
hurting now.
are hinting into the Cocos or not.
And another Reaper coming from Hyperborea.
We have no way to see what's going on inside the gate, but... Going anyway, looks like Zodiacs is pushing Hyperborea outside of the gate. Yeah, they won the gate fight.
Fully wiped.
Yep.
Yeah, this game should be over at this point right now. 1 more minute, and
1 minute 20.
the fight is already over. The respawners will be too late from HBR, and I guess this is what she wrote. GG's from Zodiacs.
It's harvest time.
Strong
Patient
defense. Yeah.
Yep, patient defense from Zodiacs. Pretty well played when it comes to the respawners, and the cav play from Zodiacs was very good for the respawners as well. I think HBR didn't really took advantage of their position at the start, and they got punished for it. They committed a lot of cav through the main gate, which got flanked a lot by the companions. They should have, I guess, went for more flanks through the breaches, helping the infantry on the point, but they all funneled through the gate, and it kind of been the detriment for their loss. And then again, the IPG doing the job against the Modaus, right? The IPG plus Siladar comp was actually really useful against the Modaus. Absolutely wiped the Modaus on the third push, I guess, on the third defense, kind of, third fight. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, resupply was very good from Zodiacs. Like this is the whole strat, right? They saving companion obviously for this exact reason. It sounds weird, but they died very well on that first fight when they needed to, right? Like the supply wasn't there. They had no supply. It was capped by HBR, so there's no way you're getting there in a good amount of time. Like. So you die, you go on 15-second respawn timer, you come back with companion, like the fastest unit in the game, and you're there on A point in a matter of seconds. Very smart.
Exactly, yep.
And it was so close, right? There was only a second left on A, so it's almost captured. So, and I think that a lot of teams would have actually abandoned A at many points in that game when Hyperborea was just standing on it. I think Zodiacs just kept committing, and eventually it worked out, but it was so close.
Good commitment, yeah. Because I think Hyperborea was actually on a unit advantage over there, and they took like the very good position, and because they lost that position, they lost a lot of cav trying to actually take the last cap of the point, and Zodiacs kind of farmed them with companions from the flanks, and that literally put the nail in the coffin for Hyperborea.
Yep, absolutely. Alright, let's take a look at the units killed here. We got Executioner Kent, Getting a lot of support points, getting him the MVP here. He also killed quite a few of the Cav. We got T&D killing 11 of the Zekili and some tons of Cav, of course. 152 unit kills. Bake it with 6 hero kills. Most of the game, I'm thinking. Yep. And on the other side, Slay with his Modao. He was holding on at points for so long, sitting inside the gate. Until, of course, the Imperial Pike came along. But good job and performance on his side. And he's also
Nice.
he also killed 14 of the Lion War crew, so maybe one of those traps.
Yeah, we can see, we saw like on the last team fight, right? A lot of Hyperborea heroes were diving those cannons, which were very important for the team fight, and they lost a lot of heroes just before the fight started. So yeah, when you make so many mistakes and then you have to commit your heroes just to like 4 or 5 heroes just to dive a special unit, it's not a very good place for any team, right? So right there, you just hope for the best, dive, and hope your team carries you. But it was too much, too much.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go to the
Well,
next.
now the question from myself from Zodiacs is, where is Payan? Hello?
Yeah, good question.
What is my goat Payan? The only NA player that I actually like very much. Where is he?
And one of the best Pike players as well.
True?
Yeah, Pine came back a few weeks ago. He may be joining on and off. It's gonna be exciting to see. Like Pine is one of those guys in NA that actually is raising the level, right? If he's on, then for some reason they just get better. So definitely looking forward to seeing him more. Looks like
Yeah,
not
but
today.
then again, Hyperborea putting a pretty good fight, not gonna lie. I
Yep.
didn't expect much for them. They're the bottom tier team.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have any wins until now, from what I know, right? So they're still putting a decent fight,
Yeah,
even
true.
though they're not in the best place, right?
Yeah. And so far, I do feel like the defense, and I'm of course going to take your opinion on this for to be true, but the defense so far has been looking relatively easier, if I may say.
Mm, it depends, right? Because it depends on the teams that you look into and the bans again. I don't know, Pat, what do you think about this? Because I think I have a controversial take about this one. Do you think that the defense is a bit stronger on this map, or what is your opinion on this
I
one?
think, to be honest, I think White Elk previously has been almost seen as a quite an attacking favoured map, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like I think a lot of it is the fact that you have leadership doctrines. You have 3 instead of like maybe 2 rotations of units that are powerful, and then having like 1 that slightly trails off towards the end. You're pretty much guaranteed 3 rotations of units that are top tier, right? Like most people are running 2 golds and a purple, and so on. So, and you have to understand that the timers on the maps haven't changed, but the unit economy has.
Yeah.
So it actually allows you to take an earlier trade. Say, like for example, if you look at Kirak Castle as a map, historically most teams drop A completely and just defend home point, right? Whereas I think nowadays it's a lot smarter because of the timer to try and take a trade on A or B or in between in the streets rather than just fighting on home. And I think it's the same with White Elk. Like Zodiacs wasted so much time with the gate and allowing space that Hyperborea almost like kind of felt forced into taking a fight where they probably shouldn't have done. I hope it was intentional from Zodiacs because it's very smart if it was, but giving that supply, they almost gave Hyperborea too much space, and they didn't really know what to do with it. So they kind of all just funneled through one choke and then got hit from 2 sides and eventually lost the respawners, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like with unit economy being a lot more stable now, with 3 rotations of units being very strong, I feel like I wouldn't say it's gone defender favored this map. I still think attack's very strong, especially because A is quite an easy point to take if you use your respawns correctly on the attacker side. But I definitely think the map has gone a lot more balanced now, and it's a lot more down to, I mean, a home point is down to supply block and stuff like this. So I definitely think it's not as an attacker favored map as it used to be now. 100%.
I do agree with that in this situation about the timers. I think timers went up in value a lot more just because, like you were saying, you have 3 rotations of very strong units right now, right? So it's better for you to try to win time instead of trying to win team fights. Basically, you want to buy as much time as possible on any kind of point, and take the 3 strong team fights that you have all the time. So I think defense went up in value for all the maps, not only for this map. I think defense got a bit stronger on all the maps just because of the like Pat was saying, unit economy. Um, yeah, because think about it before, right? If you took a bad trade on a point before on a map, you already run down to one more rotation of strong units. And if you fuck up anything on that rotation, you're basically left with your last rotation, which is mostly blue or some remnants of purple units against the enemy team that already has some tier 5 left. So you basically kind of lose at that point only if you got like crazy flank or something like that. So at this point right now, all the team fights until the last minute, until the last 150 units, it's always gonna be like, let's say it's an equal fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's an equal standpoint, and for that, defense has become a bit stronger on all the maps, in my opinion.
I think it's purely just your ability to just int a set of units completely just for time.
Yeah.
This is why Companion is so strong, because they're incredibly fast, they're incredibly cheap. They deal, in my opinion, too much damage for their amount that they cost. And in a swarm, they are so oppressive. Like, your ability for like 15 of your players to just int a set of Companion to buy a few minutes is very valuable on most maps now. See it on, saw it on Hidden City, seen it on White Elk now.
Yeah.
Like, it's very strong.
It's interesting to talk about, like, because before it was that there was plenty of time, right, to make plays with all the units that you had, and I think on most maps, except for maybe Highland Fjord, you didn't really have to think about the time. You could always play it slow, basically look for the perfect fight, and then you would still have a couple minutes left at the end, probably, except if you were playing really, really slow. But now you really do need to keep a high tempo, right? That's basically what you guys are saying, that the meta has entirely shifted here.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, pretty much, because you have to think about it that if you don't take the fight in a timely manner, the unit composition is not going to be in an advantage for you as an attacker, right? Because the defenders will always have that one set of Motao, that one set of Reapers, or that one set of Siladars, or that one left Coco. You know, there will always be something that could actually be detrimental to your attack. So you always got to take. As an attacker, you always gotta think, keep in mind the timer, because you have to be fast and you have to execute. Time is always against you in the attack, right? And now it's even more detrimental just because no matter how good you play, if you don't do your attacks in time, the respawners have the units to come back to the point. And that's why, like Pat is saying, companion cavalry is extremely strong. Not only because they're like, of course, they're very fast. They're very strong unit to very strong cavalry. And the big problem is that they can just snipe heroes for no reason, right? Even in big blobs, you just press 2, and for some reason, one unit of companions just snipes you. Even if you're a heavy armor or anything like that, that unit is just broken, and it just puts like it helps the defenders so much, even the attackers as well, right? But it's not that common to actually destroy a team fight so hard that you can just go to last point and speed run it, right? It's kind of impossible.
Yeah, exactly. And what kind of units are you guys looking at in your scrims to counter the companion or the extremely fast, like, continuous countering?
A unit ban, mate. A unit ban.
Unit ban, yeah, exactly.
And the
Just
companion, a unit ban, brother.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, because there is ways to obviously play against it, like companion, like, obviously. But if the enemy team is prioritizing companion, even with a save, they are most likely in all cases going to ban phalanx.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Or
like,
some other anti-cav.
But that's the thing, like, right, Modal, Phalanx, both really slow units, right? So the anti-cav units are not that they're going to be there fast. Maybe the blue halbs, right? Yeah, I heard you talk about that unit quite often in Raffle.
Yeah. Well, the blue hulbs basically they're very strong anti-cav, right?
Mhm.
They're useful, but they need some meat in front of them to actually be useful, right? This is why you're gonna see most of the time if you're gonna see blue halberdiers, they're gonna be inside modaus or they're gonna be inside of a shield unit because they do die fast, but they do kill the cav, right? They one shot cav, all the cav in the game, but they do need some meat in front of them, so they're not basically strong as a solo unit. They're strong in a blob. Mm, but yeah, looking again, we get into the game and looking at the comps, pretty much the same thing. We see some queens from the attackers and double cav, which is green cav and purple cav and queens, and a triple cav from Minr and pretty much the same, to be honest. Oh, hello, am I alone here?
Yeah,
No, no,
absolutely, absolutely. You're in.
Oh, I was like,
Ruffle
I thought I
solo
disconnected.
casting, just confirming here.
Solo casting here, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't know what's happening here. Oh,
All we need is the rating.
Sendrix over there, I guess, is still
By the way, do you
debating
guys
what
know?
he needs to take. Okay, never mind. He switched immediately.
He
Good
found
job.
them. He found them. Yeah, that's good.
He found them. But yeah, 3 cannons from the defenders. Again, 3 cannons, 3 cocos, and from the attacker, 3 cocos, 1 falco from the attacker.
Big
Let's
difference
see where.
maker in the last game were the Imperial Pikes. We're seeing those again on the side of Zodiacs, but not on the side of Hyperborea. So it's one of the units I'd
Yeah.
like to take a closer look at throughout the fight.
Interesting, this green cav take on the attack. I don't know how useful they could be, to be honest.
This is pure anti-Sally. If anything, the green
Yeah.
calf, I kind of like. Maybe as a 4th unit if the leadership allows it, just to take. Maybe can snipe some heroes in like a dire moments of a last trade on home point or something.
Do you think this was a bit of a bait, thinking that Hyperborea was gonna sally out and force them into this?
It's possible. I mean, it's not like you couldn't expect it. They have saved the cav unit as well, but
Yeah.
it comes down to if you're like actively rewatching past VODs of these teams playing. Like, obviously we've seen Zodiacs consistently saving companion, right? Saving companion, playing a lot of companion, and playing this playstyle. Whereas HBR, like we saw on I haven't watched their Harbour City round, but on their Sun City round when we played against them, like they didn't really play any cav out of the ordinary. It was very heavy cannon setup, obviously, when they were trying to destroy towers and they were holding static on angles and things like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, but looking at like what HBR bringing 3 cannons, it's gonna be, again, I think they will try and take a static approach. Like, the thing with cannons is you have to play around this unit, because otherwise what you're doing is you're essentially sacking the cannons, because at the end of the day, if they're alone or they're only protected by 1 unit, they're going to get jumped instantly and killed.
Yeah. But we see a bit of a punish here on the right side of supply. I guess
this time on the heavy armor class, so able to run away.
Kibi decided, you know what? Maybe light class is not good enough. Let's switch to the model. Let's go to
Give me the really bad patterns. He didn't need to when Imperial doesn't look like TC anymore. He got caught twice last game.
Could be.
Yeah, it's a rigged up patch. That's very quick.
Troy's also getting called out here with his short sword, but he's gonna jump down. Should be good. If he popped his iron sights at this. Yeah, he did it. Alright, he's good.
But no more horse, huh? No more horse. If you read the... I will not complain about the horses anymore. I'm sorry, it's my that's my problem with horses right now. Anyways,
as we say in the Netherlands, never look a horse in the mouth if it's given to you.
All right, pretty standard, I guess. Taking the, I guess they got the gate open with no counterplay from Hyperborea. They didn't contest it at all. Gonna see a trap in the back. Is that Cav AFK or not?
Looks like a yes. Is it gonna hit
AFK
though?
check. Ooh.
Still hasn't moved them. Jesus Christ, man, come on.
Yeah, he's good.
Is it Kibi? Is it
Very,
Kibi?
very fortunate with that Treb RNG
Yeah.
there, I think.
Okay,
Is,
Kibi, you need to get a bit.
My guy had to tab back in.
Yeah, wake up.
You need to tab in. Lock in, Kibi, lock in.
Watch him make a game-changing play in a couple minutes.
I'm ready for it.
Well,
I'm here for it.
we are ready. We're ready. Oh, we see kind of a split push over there. We got 2 players on the or 3 players on A,
Another trap
and
coming in,
there's a
but that's
push
gonna be a
towards the
miss for
supply.
sure. Trying to get the rotation. Cannons are already out, I think? Oh no, they're being built right now.
Yeah, they're being built, but we have the Cocos on top of here, which is
Ooh, flank
pretty
coming in as
strong.
well. There's gonna be a good flank.
Oh, they need to defend this Cocos on the top over there, but this cab just going through. I guess there's no anti-cab to stop this
No? Very good
yo-yo
call
cab.
there.
So
Where's the
the
line roar? It's
IPG
gone, right? Fully gone. Oh, no,
fully
no,
gone,
it's
yeah.
still sitting in the back. Two left. Okay, but not. Oh, they got the cannons up.
Problem for HBR now is A is getting capped and they're hesitant to take a fight. I think it's about to engage now on the supply.
Oh, A is being A is
A
being
is
capped.
completely capped now. This is a very big problem for HBR. If this fight lasts too long, what's going to happen is Zodiacs are going to die and then start respawning on top of the breach, and HBR are going to get completely overwhelmed.
Guardians of the East.
But HBR kind of
Yeah, they
using
have
this cab
mega
very
flanking
good.
here.
Ooh, flank over there with cab, but now they need to retreat to last point and play it for on last. They have to be careful with the hero that's right now because they could kind of get speed run from the respawners.
But the guys in A are coming to help, at least to block supply right now. They can actually do it.
Most of the Zodiacs guys have died now though who were on the initial supply fight, and so in about 10 seconds they'll be respawning inside that breach and coming to reinforce this supply. HBR now have to make a very important decision to get out of here now before these Zodiacs guys respawn.
I think they will hold. Commissar will hold the supply long enough.
Yeah, you can see a bit of cap as well. Not very optimal, but HBR coming cleaning it up.
Rappler Raven comes are just trying to hold the guys there from Hyperborea, and here's comes
Oh,
the cab. looking to
interesting
play-
decision. Yeah, they don't want to set up on last. They just pull out all the cab and go for the cab 1v1, I guess, huh? Going
That's
fully
the
cab
plan.
against cab, full companion against full companion. Who's gonna win?
I think Zodiacs because they have so much companion.
Kind of a rhetorical question
Here
over
comes the
there.
Lord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of companion cab just rushing towards the point, and the only anti-cab on HBR is that Halberdiers over there. They're just taking the position, and the Modao coming towards the point.
The units are looking
guess,
relatively close still, but
Zodiac is gonna. They saw that Hyperborea is not set up, and they just switch to infantry and go to last point. Good is a very fast decision. A
double
very
in
good
pike,
decision.
triple in pike out right now, so pretty good anti-cav as well. Possibilities for Zodiacs.
Yeah,
Yep,
looking at-
anti-cav and anti-modaos as well, right? Yeah, everything is getting walked on the point. Let's see if the
Pre-trap as well.
companion is getting walked in the back over there from Zodiacs. Good job on Zodiacs with those IPGs actually getting useful, getting
that
very
IPG
good use
advantage.
from IPGs.
Lion Roar is unloading now for Hyperborea, that's really good. If it's not spotted.
Zodiac supply isn't blocked either, so they just keep swarming in with double unit now.
I think this is all she wrote because Hyperborea has 6 heroes alive and 2 cannons walking towards the point, and there's a bunch of companions just walking around.
Yeah, Kibi trying to get there with his Modal coming in from the top. He's gonna kill a lot of companion cavalry there, but it's not gonna be
The
sitting on the
companion.
point. Zodiac's taking this game 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. Very fast approach to this one. Hyperborea winning that initial fight on the supply, but didn't actually, like what we were afraid about, they didn't set up on last point fast enough, and Zodiacs took advantage of it, and they just rushed the last point and took it fairly easy.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can see it the scores as well, right? That was a really fast game. Giving up A for free, you said it, Padbug, right? Like just giving such an easy access to get set up fast, and Hyperborea just a little bit too slow there. First game was really good from them, but this game a little bit sleepy. Alright, Mwaki getting the MVP on the side of Zodiacs, 95 unit kills. Peepo with the 4 hero kills. Mr. Billy D also with 6 hero kills. Dual Blades doing what they do best, getting the kills. Rappler Brave, look at him, 24 Lion Roar crew kills. That's pretty nice.
Really good job from him, yeah.
And Yeah, just a lot of Cav was killed in today's match. So I guess you're happy, Ruffle?
About what? Sorry.
About the Cav being killed was a lot of them being killed today. So good.
Yeah, I'm not a cab enjoyer to be honest myself. I do not really enjoy this companion spam. I think it's pretty, yeah, it's pretty underwhelming and kind of, how should I say this? It just kind of kills the game for me. There's no strategy into spamming 15 companion cabs against each other. So
Yeah. If you
yeah,
like Cav though, you gotta watch back. What was it? Sun City, probably also Zodiacs match. I think it was 30 Cav out at 2 or 3 points in that match. So I was basically shouting "Horde, Horde," and I don't know what else. Yeah, but it's hard to cast as well. That's for sure. You're just trying to see who comes out at the end. All right, we